Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's call. Second webinar since our official launch of the Power Bar Club less than 2 weeks ago. My name is Norm Daniels, and things are progressing very, very well. In the last 10 days, we've had over 20,000 people join the Power Bar Club. My partner here is Pat Monafort from Northern California. Okay, tonight we're going to do we're going to cover some important updates, and we're going to do a little bit of training. We had some really, really good feedback last week from the survey at the end of the webinar, and we're going to address some of those comments, some questions, and so we're going to do a little bit of training here tonight. Now, currently, this webinar software that everybody's on right now, it only allows us to have 1,000 participants, so it's first come, first serve. Now, I want to emphasize this is not a recruiting or sales call. You're here because you're already a Power Bar Club member. Now, the purpose for this call is to help you better understand what you actually got your hands on here and show you how you can put money in your pocket. Now, the first thing we want to do is give everybody some updates of what's been happening since we launched the Power Bar Club. Go ahead, Pat.
Well, all right, Norm. Of the 80 people that we actually polled into our very first call, it's expanded to just under 20,000 subscribers in less than, well, really actually 10 days. It's pretty much maintained a really consistent, steady growth, which is amazing. You know, we just wanted to do a nice, soft, easy launch. There's a lot of new features that we mentioned, like there's a whole new toolbar application that's going to be launched here within 2 weeks, and with that, a whole bunch of new features that will include multiple ways that you get paid through the bar, and also the option for you to be able to share this with not just people, but even companies, organizations, nonprofit organizations, network marketing companies, anybody that could certainly see the value of remonetizing their existing database without any cost to them or their subscribers. And so bottom line, it's like, here, we're going to give you more money for doing what you're already doing anyways, and it won't cost you a dime. So now everybody can become introducers and share the needs and so on. We've been addressing a load of FAQs that have been coming in every day. I really want to emphasize to everybody, most of the questions are pretty legit, but there are a lot of questions that just don't, I mean, there's no need for people to actually make help tickets because they're already answered if they just follow the Getting Started video. I mean, really basic, fundamental things. And we really want to encourage everybody to not overload the support people unless they have a real legitimate question that is not answered or addressed for them. Because if they do, then it slows down the process, and for people who really need to have questions answered, it just makes it harder. The other thing, we're actually going to be implementing a new FAQ system as soon as we possibly can, just to help address questions and answers along the way like that. Norm, was there some other things that you think we should cover here before we go into the other areas?
Now, let's go ahead and let me get through the basics right here, and let's get right into how they're going to put money in their pocket, how they get paid, cover the videos, the calculator, how do people collect their money, what do they got to do to get paid, what's the difference between the Power Bar and the bar. So we got a ton of stuff to cover here. So let me cover the basics real quick if I could. When you wake up in the morning to the time that you go to bed at night, you're being bombarded with advertisements. If you turn on the TV in the morning, you watch Good Morning America or the news, you're going to look at about 10 to 20 ads at the minimum. If you drive to work, you're probably going to be looking at billboards, at least another 10 or 20. If you turn on the radio, you're going to be listening to more ads. If you read the newspaper, the magazine, you're going to be looking at more ads. Then if you turn on your computer at night when you get home, you're going to be bombarded with emails, banners, pop-ups. And then when you really want to relax and you turn on the TV at night, you're going to be bombarded with more commercials and ads. Did you know that the average American today is subjected to approximately 150 advertisements every single day? If you add that up, that's about 5,000 ads a month that you and I are looking at. Why is this important to you? Because right now, you're not being paid to look at even just one of those ads. Well, that's all about to change in a huge, huge way. You see, every time that you click on an ad through the bar, you're going to get paid, and here's the cool part. They're going to pay you an incredible amount of money to spend a little bit of time, build a team of people that are all doing the same thing, and that's how pennies can add up. And we're going to cover the breakdown here just a little bit of how the money is actually paid out. So you're going to really want to pay attention at that part. But here's the key. Whenever you click on an ad, you're going to get paid. When anyone on your team clicks on an ad, you're going to get paid. But here's the best part. You get to pick and choose what ads you want to look at. The choice is yours. I don't mind looking at ads that I have an interest in. It's all the rest of that junk. It just turns me off and I can care less about. I'm into outdoor sports and golf and boating, vacationing. Those ads are okay for me. My wife and I like to travel. We don't mind looking at travel ads, especially if they can save us some money. You see, with the bar, it's all about choices. And that's why this concept is going to rock the advertising world. Now, we've covered the basics of why this was started. Let's go ahead and talk about the Power Bar Club for just a second. Why did we create it? How does it work? What is it? What's the difference between the Power Bar Club and the bar? Basically, we wanted to have a free tool that we could offer people that they could use as a marketing tool to promote the bar. There's really no landing page or marketing arm or marketing tool with a back office that allows you to market. What did we do? We made it where it's free. It doesn't cost anyone anything. We wanted to keep that a consistent flow, just the same as the bar. The bar doesn't cost you anything. Same with the Power Bar Club. Doesn't cost you red cent. When you sign up for the Power Bar Club, you get this landing page. When someone that you refer, if you send them an email, your Twitter or Facebook or whatever it might be, when they sign up for the Power Bar Club, at the same time they are signing up for the bar. But then you also get the back office area. You got a contact manager of all the people that you personally referred. You have video audio library. For those of you that missed last week's webinar, it's recorded.
Just to add to that, we're going to be adding some targeted video or audios into that library as well.
In the training center here, Pat?
Yes.
Okay, good. It's very straightforward, very easy to understand. So this is a very important tool where you can look at news and updates. You can look at your account information. Counted like 100 different ways that you can share the bar. You want to touch on this a little bit, Pat?
I really think this is a vital part of what we need to get across to people. This is an amazing tool for being able to promote this program to your social networks, possibly people you have in your Rolodex, your Yahoo, your Gmail account. You can go through the list. You might have a whole list of different contacts that you stored over the years, and it's a really easy way to import your Power Bar Club URL, which is the URL that you want to use to sign people up at, and it makes it extremely easy to pull the contacts in. You can write a simple little template email you want, and it'll automatically send it out to your entire list. It makes it fast, easy, and painless for anybody to immediately promote it. Easy, succinct ways for you to start sharing this tool with other people.
Very, very valuable tool in your arsenal there. Now, there's 3 bars up here I want everybody to pay close attention to. This is your welcome video. This is your getting started video that we encourage everybody to go through this a couple times at least.
Yeah, and just so everybody knows, we've set this up so that the first part of this is exactly like you would see it if you had just filled out the form. So it's the same information you see on the confirmation page, same video. And this video, we're going to add some updates to it. So we're going to touch on those in the video. We're going to update it and make it so that it really helps overcome some of the questions that, fundamental questions that we've noticed people asking. And the same thing with the install link that you see right there. These are all the same details that you would see if you just finished filling out the form. For everybody who didn't get a chance to see it or didn't do what they should have done, which is watch it right then and there and get themselves set up.
Right. And then down below, there's all your account details. So you click on the Get Started video. All your details are right down there. And then the conference call schedule. Anything else we want to cover in the back office real quick?
You know what? Not at this point, Norm. I think pretty much the most important areas are right in here. I want everybody to understand that when you sign up for this program, you cannot change your email address for the bar, ever. That's why we put a special note right on that form page, and we put it in bold letters in red. Whatever email address you use, you cannot change.
Okay. So to recap, when you sign up for the Power Bar Club, you get basically 2 sites. You get this capture page right here, and you get this back office here. What do we charge? Nothing. It's free.